little spoiler. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It's me, John Walker.
Oh yeah. When you have 2 episodes left of a series, but yet you insist on an intro.
Can you do the John Walker voice real quick?
Well,
Let's change our banner over and begin our coverage of episode 4. Now, Chaz, what's the first question I'm going to ask you? Obviously,
What my thoughts were.
did you watch it?
Oh,
Did you actually look at it and watch the episode?
Here's the thing, Patrick. I
You
watched
liar.
it. Oh, nope. I watched
Already,
it.
I don't trust you.
I started it at
Just a
5:10.
little bit.
Nope. I started at 5:10 and ended at 6. Not 6. At 5:55 or fucking whatever it is. And then I what do you call it? I had some pizza after that. And I'm like, maybe I should go sit and set up my thing. So it's fresh on my mind is what I'm saying.
Okay, good. But before we jump into it, a little bit of cleanup for the last time that we saw our heroes, because it turns out Marvel is able to do things a little bit quicker than DC because they did release the Zemo cut. And this, if people don't realize, is that Falcon and the Winter Soldier last episode, they had Baron Zemo dancing and everybody loved it. And everybody was like, hey, can we please have more of that? And Marvel looked at that and said, you know what? Yeah, we'll give you more. And they provided not 6 days after doing it. How long did it take, Chaz, for Justice League to come out for DC fans? For me,
3
I'll say for me included,
3 years?
DC fans.
4
About
years?
3 years. Yeah. First of all, Marvel knows how to appease their fans. Like, that's never been a thing. If they want something, Kevin Feige is like, give it to them. Why not? Make it work. I don't not think that he's figuring out a way to bring back Quicksilver somehow because the fans were so upset about this last season.
They
with
might.
WandaVision.
They
Like
might.
that's how much fan service they're willing to give people. And so
Yeah.
Zemo cut, so fun. And it's a straight hour of him doing the dancing. It's seriously one of the funniest things ever. I love that it's just on loop. There is a little bit more footage. You get a little bit more weird stuff with him. But Chaz, what did you think of Zemo this episode? And that tease off, you kick us off with the beginning and what we're looking at.
I thought, here's the thing. Zemo is speculated to be this. I mean, truly, he is a bad guy. I mean, nobody's going to argue that. But, we still don't know what his motives are. And this episode tries to explain it, but then there's a lot of interference. And we still don't know what his motives are. And that's very intriguing because I don't hate him.
We know what his motives are, though. He wants to kill soups. Like anybody that's a soup, he's going after.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. I guess that is his motive after all. But
we'll start the episode for us.
Dude. I feel like you
Yes,
should.
what? Oh my God.
question.
No. Just you start it off and then I'll go from there.
You started off.
I remember the exact beginning, dude.
You son of a bitch. What an This guy shows up. And is like,
I'm so sorry.
I've seen the whole thing. So you know what? I challenged him and I said, you, sir,
I have
tell
seen
us
it. I
the
have seen it.
beginning.
Okay,
And he
hold on.
grumbled.
No. Here it goes.
Grumbled.
It
I want-
starts with
this
Bucky.
is on record.
It starts with Bucky.
Yeah, does it?
Finding the Wakanda.
That's a good guess.
The Wakanda thing. And then he turns around and then he finds I forgot her name, but she's from Wakanda.
Wow.
I know. But there's a flashback with her helping him get through his PTSD, essentially repeating the words, his trigger words, right?
One of my favorite scenes that they had for
And
this whole series.
And he
Bucky.
full on breaks the heck down, dude.
Crying.
Yes.
Straight crying. So well done, though.
I remember. So, where's my rubber band? Yeah.
Where is your rubber band?
It's right here. We got it.
Okay.
Anyway, and then it's her after that flashback scene, which I thought was really cool. She reveals why she's there, and it's because she wants to catch her Zemo.
Well, she's pissed. She's like, "Why did you get Zemo out?" And he goes, "He's a means to an end." And she gives him 10 days. I think 8 days.
10
8
hours.
days.
Oh, it was hours.
Okay,
Yeah, it was
10 hours. Figure
Yep, and
this stuff out, and then we take them.
Yeah, because she specifically says they shut down the Winter Soldier program. Like, why would you bring him back out?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember
Well,
that.
not only that, he killed
Boom.
King T'Chaka. That's the big reason.
Right.
Is it's like, and honestly, he's kind of not so much, but kind of the reason Thanos was able to snap Earth. Like
whoa.
He's responsible for Cap and Stark's breakup, right? And had they been together, they would have been able to take on Thanos. But since they weren't, Thanos was able to snap. Thereby, he is indirectly responsible for the snap.
Are you blaming Bucky or Zemo?
No, I'm blaming Zemo.
I'll disagree, but
yeah. And here's the thing: Zemo's really good at pitting people against each other to start fighting while he sneaks away. Like he's so good at doing that. He does it all the time in this.
No, we saw that in this episode. Yeah.
Well, Bucky comes back up. Basically tells Zemo right there. He's like, "Look, Dora Milaje, they want you like right now. So we need to figure out something that we need to do for this." And they decide what?
They decide to find the girl.
Yeah.
Carly. Her name is Carly. Ha!
Oh god, Chaz. It's such an easy win to be like, yeah, I did it.
I watched the show.
So they have to infiltrate the area though, right? They have to find out where she is. So Zemo makes some Turkish delights and goes and gives some children some Turkish delights and gets the intel from them.
Yep.
All right. It's Zemo. Zemo's just fun in this. That's what I love about him. He's silly and fun. I want to see so much more Zemo, right?
Dude, he has a dark side. I want to see his dark, morbid side.
No, keep dancing in the club, man. Give me more of the dancing in the club. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, and then when they're meeting up with the kids, I believe John Butterface, what's his name? John Walker.
John Walker.
John Walker.
Right that time.
He meets up with them, and he just has this huge chip on his shoulder from the get-go, and yeah.
Well, because he doesn't get why they've released Zemo, and he wants to be included in this thing now, right?
Right, dude. And here's the thing: I really like.
I get his motivations. I do. My Natalie has hated me because of my feelings towards this guy, because she thinks that I am for John Walker, like I'm a John Walker advocate. I'm not an advocate. I'm a sympathizer. I'm an empathizer. I understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. I had an epiphany this episode too. I finally realized who he is, like the actor. Mm-hmm. He's Kurt Russell's son. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, that's crazy.
And there's a lot of Kurt Russellness in him. I'm like, dude.
Oh yeah,
I get why
now
they
I can
cast
see that
you.
a lot.
Yeah,
man, he's really good in this, though, right?
Yes, he is.
that actor is incredible. Really makes you hate him, but you also get his motivations. Like he just is so not able to fit in this sphere, right? And in this episode, he's really hinting. Well, not hinting at it's his turn basically to the dark side, essentially, us seeing exactly why he's not what Captain America was, and showing lots of parallels to how he acts with people versus Captain America. And of course, the ending, which we'll get to, it's going to forever be the thumbnail when anybody ever talks about this guy. But where were we from here?
So they sneak in. Carly is at a funeral. I believe it's her mom's funeral, maybe.
Yeah.
Sam walks in because he's the only one that he's like, I have to go alone. I get her. You know, I've worked with people like her. Like, I understand what she's going through. Like, let me go in alone. Don't screw this up. And then Mr. John Walker being the paranoid. I don't blame him for being paranoid either. And, you know, he's like, well, you have 10 minutes. And, you know, he handcuffs Zemo to a thing. And Zemo's like,
and he's like,
I didn't understand that.
I understand why you would do that to me.
And then he goes, and you know, after the funeral, him and Carly talk, and from there, shit kind of hits the fan. Patrick, why?
No. Oh, you're skipping over so much, Chaz.
I'm not skipping over so much. Are you kidding me? That's what exactly happens.
How do they meet with her? Who talks to her? Why are they talking to her?
Sam talks to her.
So you're missing gold nuggets. Do you know how much time I could spend on this one little scene?
Okay,
this is the perfect scene to represent what Captain America is and why Sam is Captain America. Now this scene where he sits down and he uses his VA skills and basically tells these group of superheroes, look, I'll go in there alone. I don't need backup going against a super because I'm going to try to talk and reason with her, which he does to an extent, to the point where she's able to call him out for being naive, something that Steve Rogers is always being called out for, being naive in his goodness and hopefulness. With him being able to reason with the idea that killing people still isn't the right way, and that he's had loss too, and that maybe he can't speak for tons of people, but he understands her specifically. And the way that they're able to deconstruct his character and how he can use his superpower is empathy and sympathy and being able to talk with someone.
Right.
Like, that's what makes him a good man, and that's why he needs the shield. And that's coming, I bet, next episode. But man, this scene, I cannot believe you were going to gloss over. Like, this was the making Sam Captain America scene.
No, I know, and they connect very well, and then shit hits the fan. And it's just
because John Walker is like literally fucking twitching in the corner, just like, go, we need to go in.
Dude, he's like a tweaker through this whole episode.
He's like, oh, I just got
Catch me outside. How about that?
Like, have you seen, that YouTube video where they're like, Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah.
That's literally John Walker in this fucking episode.
No, seriously. He's like,
fuck this shit.
That's pretty much what John Walker does. So he busts in. The lady sees this and she's like, oh, so you brought friends. You didn't. It's stupid of Sam to have said, I came alone, right?
Right.
He could have just showed up, maybe not have said anything and just let the conversation unfold from there. But kind of lied.
He's trying to get her trust, though. I mean, like,
yeah,
he didn't think John Walker was going to fuck it up. And then
it did end up biting him in the ass, though.
It's because John Walker cockblocked him.
He really did. He shows up thinking the shield's so cool, blah, blah, blah. The fights are going. The attacks are going. They've talked a little bit about the super soldier serum. Specifically, have Bucky and Sam talked about it at this point in the episode, whether he would take it or not? Or I think it's after this.
It's after this.
So what happens is the serums are in this facility, and before they're able to break out, Zemo has escaped from everybody's clutches again. He gets unhandcuffed. He disappears. He comes back up, he want Turkish delights, and starts shooting at people. And then he sees the serums and just starts breaking the crap out of them.
It's because he has a one-on-one with Carly, and
she tries to kill Carly immediately because that's all he wants to do is go after Soups. That's his motivation. Like, that's his motivation. He's not a flag smasher. He's I think, no superheroes. He compares the Avengers to the Nazis at one point.
He does, yeah.
Like, he goes all out with how he goes with this. So he's going after her. She narrowly is able to escape, but the serums fall. He smashes them just before John Walker. Yeah. What's his name? I keep forgetting.
John Walker, yeah.
Yeah. John Walker shows up and smacks him in the face with the shield, which should decapitate him. Let's all be real, but it doesn't. It can smash and dent straight through a tree, but nope, human flesh never.
Yeah, dude. Like, at the very least, he should have become like the Bentnick lady from.
It should have damaged him a little bit, right? a little tiny bit,
just a tiny.
But everything is smashed except for one tiny serum, which he pockets, and they leave. As they both go their respective ways, John Walker and Sam, both their respective, I guess you could call them sidekicks or partners, are asking them the same question. If you had the chance to take the serum, would you do it? Right?
Zemo asked Sam that, actually.
Oh, well, Zemo asks Sam that, but then Bucky also asks Sam that.
Right.
And then with John Walker, actually, it's Battlestar that asks him. No. It's John Walker that asks him.
Yep.
Yeah. And you see
the responses are very different.
The responses are very different, but their intentions are still like, I still sit there and look at John Walker and I go, you're good as far as your intentions, right?
He's desperate.
Like,
he's very desperate.
He's desperate. And it's like, you could be so good if you weren't trying to be Captain America, but he's so desperate to be Captain America. and trying really hard to like represent being like that, but he keeps getting like he gets his ass kicked by the Dora Milaje at a certain point in this, and Bucky is like sitting there being like, "Oh, show him your left hook, dude, doing well, man." Just like chanting from his side. He's constantly getting overpowered.
He actually, what does he say? He had one funny line during that scene where he's like, "Oh, you're supposed to be Captain America, John Walker," or something like that. Like it was very demeaning to Walker. But yeah, they show up and they fight. And did you like the fight sequence, by the way? I liked it.
Which one? Dora Milaje versus them?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I love that the Dora Milaje are integrated in this so much.
Right.
And then again, Zemo somehow slips out during all of this, and that you see just like Bucky is super reserved. Like he is White Wolf. He's no longer Winter Soldier would have activated and just gone crazy. But like this guy's just like woo in the side, like chanting him on.
My only complaint with that scene is why would you keep your eyes off of Zemo if he escaped the first time? Like all the handcuffs.
Because they're too busy watching this asshole get hit. This is when every fan started going, "Yeah,
I know." Dude, and there's like they even use the spear. Because like the shield, John Walker's best friend is the shield. I mean, like Captain America, I mean, his thing is the shield, but like he's able to do hand to hand and take the punches and whatever. John Walker is not able to do that, and so his best friend is the shield. And we see the spear, like the accuracy to like pin through his straps on his shield to the table where you can't move it at all.
He was
Dude,
just,
that
like,
was
trapped.
so cool.
So fun. And from there, what happens?
Zemo escapes.
The episode kind of like went by really quickly, but like in an awesome way. Like just
and so then Carly, after that, Zemo escapes, right? And then they're trying to find Zemo, and what's his bucket? John Walker's like, well, I have to redeem myself even more now, right? But Carly calls.
And at this point, it's kind of implied that he takes the serum.
Sort of, yeah. We never see it. I mean, it's very implied throughout the rest of the episode.
He does take it at a certain point.
But then Carly reaches out to Sam's sister, saying, like, I'm not sure if I want to kill your brother.
Yeah.
And
we need to meet him.
He's working with the guy with the shield, and she's like, look, he's not working with him. And then to trust, for the trust, she's like, well, here's my coordinates. You give them to Sam, and then, tell him to show up alone.
Yeah.
And Sam does not.
No, shows up with Bucky.
But the way Bucky approaches it, I don't think Bucky was there as like, backup, but like it wasn't like apprehensive.
He wasn't involved.
Like he's not like John Walker involved like in your face. He was just in the background being like, yo, I'm here in case shit hits the ceiling, right? And of course, what happens?
Unless the Dora Milaje used their secret code and disable his arm, which can we talk about that for a second? The fact that the Dora Milaje can disarm him literally.
Sam, like, did you know that can happen?
He did not know that could happen. That's a little. I don't know. Isn't that messed up? Isn't that messed up? Dude.
No.
It's like we let the one white guy into Wakanda. We're gonna make sure we can disarm this guy. He is crazy.
We saw like how useless he was without his arm.
Yeah, well, he literally just went. Well, guess I'm done. Me arm.
And I love like when he locks it back into place. I love that little arm windmill that he does, like the what do you even call that? Power.
I like
move?
how it attaches
windmill?
to. It's like
works
into it.
Yeah,
that was cool. But they go to the facility. Falcon meets with this. Sam meets with the girl.
Again.
But yeah, again. But as it happens, I believe Battlestar gets taken down and kidnapped, and he's there right now. And John Walker has to go after him. So he's showing up to the facility around the same time as Sam is.
Yep.
So Walker comes in and is in a fury and straight up bends a metal bar around somebody's neck, which shows right there he took the serum. Now he's a super soldier. Oh,
he's kicking people through walls. The way he jumps onto a car, like, I mean, dude, he goes full on ape shit. But his breaking point is, after they find his sidekick. What's his name?
Battlestar.
Battlestar.
So Battlestar ends
Yeah.
up getting out by himself. And when he gets down into the group where he's able to start fighting again, he gets kicked into a column. That column, his head just smacks against it. And it's such a quick and sudden, like, dead, you know?
Do you think he's
and
dead?
It takes everybody off. Oh, yeah. His neck snaps.
Do you think he's dead?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I don't know. I'm the reason I'm holding my hopes.
What do you mean? Do you
no. The reason I'm no. Hold on.
Do this.
How do you get a job here, there fuckface?
I'll defend this after we talk about the very ending because it ties back into that. So so after that, John Walker loses his shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much goes full on Hulk rage.
Yeah.
And he jumps out the window in a very Captain America way, which I thought was interesting because that's a very that's a way we've seen Steve Rogers jump out of a window, you know.
Yeah.
And he lands on the car, and then he sees one of the mask.
Well, this specific mask person had a scene towards the beginning where he was talking about Captain America being his hero, and it being kind of cheesy sounding. Now Cap is coming after him.
Yep. And he hits him with a shield, and
it's a complete it's a complete homage to Civil War when Captain America is lifting his shield to stab into Iron Man, but this time instead of hitting into the shield, into the armor and disabling him, he decapitates him. I don't know. He gets really close to it. Like if anything, it's dangling. Like there's just like some ribs and stuff hanging off his neck or something.
Yeah, and then there's a shot.
Shield is drenched in blood.
Yep,
one side of it is drenched in blood, and you see him lift up, and he's just like,
and
people as he's coming up.
People are filming this. Everybody's filming.
Everybody
this.
is.
Harley watches from the audience,
mm-hmm.
and Bucky joins them. And like everybody's just so shocked at what they're seeing with Captain America decapitating this bystander by everybody else's, you know. Views,
he finally turned. We finally turned to what everybody look. We all knew it was coming, but I love the way they did this. I love that they made it a relatable turn. Something that honestly, I think anybody in his position, like, because it's not only that you feel that he has pressure with it, you yourself feel the pressure of hanging on to a Captain America mantle, right? Like you yourself feel if you were given this yourself, could you handle it? And the answer is no. Well, and so to see someone like him that's very much familiar to, and I think that might be why people hate him so much, is because he's very human. And
he's very human, and I think his biggest flaw is he acts so impulsively because he's so desperate to fit the shoes. He's
mm-hmm.
not willing to allow himself to be the new Captain America. He feels like he has to be the old Captain America to be accepted.
He needs to be Steve Rogers.
Exactly. And dude, it sucks. I would hate to be in his position, number one. And to act that impulsively because number one, his friend possibly died, right?
Yeah.
And that's his
did die.
Point. That's
Chaz. He did. As far as he
knows,
he's dead.
Okay,
as far as he knows, he's dead.
Here's the thing. Ready for this? To turn, okay? For him to turn and kill somebody, thinking his friend is dead, but then the next episode, if it's revealed his friend's actually alive, that means he killed somebody for no fucking reason.
Oh yeah.
So his friend might still be alive.
That could be a good twist, but that would take away. I don't know. I think that would take away from it. I think it has impact. He needs impact for why he turns, and I don't want it to be like turns out it was a mistake, and then make it so that he can kind of get out of it. You know,
I don't think he'd get out of it though. That's the thing.
I think in a way that's kind of a cop out. I don't think
this is redeemable at all.
I don't think it works, man. I think that would be a cop out.
Should we have a bet on
really
this?
Don't think,
dude. Should we have a bet?
I have beaten you in every bet. I've beaten you in, and I've not cashed in on anything. By the way, I don't even know what you owe me at this point.
Well,
probably money, probably sexual favors.
Let's do another bet.
Definitely then. A few OnlyFans stuff from your account,
which
you made private again.
It's my only.
Quit blocking me.
It's just my feet, okay?
Just quit blocking me so I can see it.
Dude, I have thick toenails, and if people want to watch me clip them, go to OnlyFans at your boy Chazzy.
And I want your feet too.
The fact you had a soundbite for that.
Ooh, that's some good.
Patrick, overall, what were your thoughts on this episode?
Overall, man, I'd say this is the culmination. This is hitting like the big climax where it's like, oh shit, everything's turning. How is Sam going to get the shield back? That's my big question. How's he gonna? Is the government going to step in at this point? And now John Walker's going to have to like give up the shield, and then Sam steals it because he's like, I'm just going to take this now. Like I can't trust who you're going to put it in the hands of. So if it has to be in anybody's hands, it might as well be mine. I think that's going to be his approach to it.
Probably.
Yeah, but I need him with the shield. He earns it, bro. They have given Sam the character depth and building of it to show that he's a good man, to make it so that he's earned the shield. I've really enjoyed this series so far. A lot of people said that it's kind of slow and a little boring. I don't get where they're coming from. I think a lot of people have forgotten how to watch television.
Dude, that might be because like
a lot of people.
Oh, I've noticed that too, and I've noticed a lot of the complaints people have with this show are the same complaints I actually had with WandaVision, where I'm like, whoa, you didn't have those issues with WandaVision, but you're having them with this show. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but like also, I think it's a very interesting dynamic that's going on, and you're probably right. People have probably forgotten to watch shows because COVID's fucked us, man.
Well, no,
quarantine's fucked us, dude.
Streaming where they've put out an entire 12 episode run in one setting, and you can binge watch everything versus episodic. People have forgotten how episodic TV really works,
right?
In my opinion, and it's cool to binge watch stuff, right? Like Stranger Things. The first time you were able to binge through that first season was magical. Like it was magic to watch it episode by episode. But the episodic stuff, look how much we're able to talk about with these episodes because they're slowing it down and letting us be able to digest each episode and think about it for the next week. I love that.
And I love it too. And I love the thing with TV shows, and it's the same thing with movies, is speculation. I love the speculation it causes afterward, like the discussion and the discourse, right?
Mm-hmm.
When a TV season ends, like Stranger Things or something like on Amazon or whatever, like when those drop the whole season, it makes it, I mean, it's easy to discuss it within the first month, maybe, but after that, it's really hard to discuss it. Whereas these shows like WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier or The Expanse or whatever, right? Like these episodic shows, and anything on cable too, for that matter. I don't have cable, so like I'm not really like sucked into there. But yeah, they go on over a month. Mm-hmm. Give or take, right? I mean, when Falcon and Winter Soldier 6 episodes, that's 6 weeks, right? WandaVision was 8 episodes, that's 2 months worth of discourse. Yeah. Whereas if it was all at once, dude, it'd only be a month, if that. Yeah. Mandalorian, there's a lot of discourse with that, like there's a lot of, and like that. The thing with like the Mandalorian, which I found exciting, was that reveal with Luke Skywalker at the end, right? Spoiler alert. Mm. But the fact that there was that huge build up to that. The fact that like it wasn't like being spoiled at 2:00 in the morning on like when the whole season dropped. You know what I mean? Yeah. That makes the discourse so much fun. So the fact there's so much speculation about WandaVision, and a lot of the theories have proven to be wrong, which I think is fun. And I think a lot of fans hate being wrong, which is probably puts a distaste in their mouth because they're like, I want to be right. Right. It definitely takes a toll on people excited about the episodes to have people being pissed about it because their fan spec didn't work out the way they wanted to. Right. And here's the thing, dude. If you're going to be a fan spec, there's nothing wrong with speculating. I think it's fun. And I think showrunners love that. And I think the crew and the cast would love that too. Right. Because it's all part of the experience. But like you said, yeah, I think people have totally forgotten about it. Yeah. Well, next episode, we're apparently going to be having some type of character reveal. Who do you think it is? I have no idea. And I don't even bet on this. I don't even want to speculate on it. Dude, Channing Tatum Gambit. Channing Tatum Gambit. Fuck you. No, let's have a bet on that. That's what I just said, you son of a bitch. Channing Tatum Gambit. That's who's going to be the guy running that town. It's going to be Channing Tatum Gambit. Watch you be right. How crazy would that be? Dude. So episode 5, make sure to tune in for that. And let's move on. But first, before we do that,